The Viper Defender, and last I left off, I was getting ready to paint it, and I got the base coat on. Now, it's actually a light gray, and I was told to get close enough to it, as close as I can, and I came up with Royal Light Gray, which is pretty close to the color, especially if you see it under different types of light. It'll be even sunlight, direct light. It'll work out just fine. But anyway, got that on, let that dry for a day or two, and then I went ahead and pulled the masking off. The only thing I got to do is paint the grill black and get that mounted on its chassis, and then we'll be able to get it off to its owner. I got to do a little cleanup, got a little bleed there. That ain't nothing, that's just a little paint thinner and a Q-tip, and we'll get that cleaned up. But anyway, got the Viper Defender painted, which the chassis, I had to paint the rims. It looks white, but it's actually a light gray. Went ahead and got them painted as well, all four of them, because that's pretty much color of the car. But anyway, there is that. The little rocket mouse, last I left off on that, the V2, I got the I'll say the tiger yellow on, I got the green on, and then I went ahead with some Dunkelgerb here, and got the tan color on there. And one thing I did do this time is most of the colors are like the tan here is supposed to be with the tiger yellow matched. I actually, if you see the overspray on here that I did on purpose, it gave it a line of the tape. I went ahead and taped that back off, and I did it that way. It'll give, like, you know, 3 deals of paint: a dark green, a tan, and then a tiger yellow. So anyway, that works out. Anyway, I'm not too worried about the overspray. You can see it on here, because I want to go back in with some shading and everything. I'm going to shade some different greens, get some highlights, and it'll just add to it. And you know, didn't want to make a whole rocket full of masking tape. And when you have the different oversprays, you can go in and fix it with some shading and some weathering. So anyway, there is that on Mr. V2. So hopefully get a little more done on him. I still got to finish painting the rocket arm launcher. So anyway, I got to finish that today. Hopefully we can get that on, and we can start weathering. That's the fun part of the tank. The Delta connection, I went ahead and got the gray on the bottom here, which is the same color as the car there, and it's pretty much close to the light gray on the box. So anyway, we got that on. It's ready to basically be decaled, so I'm going to try to get some future on it either today or tomorrow, and then we'll start that as well. The Stealth, I started messing with it. I was getting ready to cut the headlights out of the hood here, but it's actually, where is it? Yeah, I'll just try to do it on the car. It's actually, that's all one piece. For some reason, it's a clear piece. That's all one piece, and you really can't cut it to make the headlights flip up. So I gotta take some styrene and cut some out and get that glued on and made as the headlights are up. But anyway, I was going to put the 9-volt in the hood. I'm going to have to do something different, because it ain't going to fit. And yes, I could use a smaller battery, but I don't like to use the little button ones or anything. 9 volts, very reliable. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to make it separate, and we'll just run all the wires underneath out, and that way, you know, you can get you a nice little base and put it on the hide the battery that way. That's just the way we're going to have to do it. But anyway, the Stealth is beginning. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Getting ready to decal the plane. Stealth is getting ready to get its headlights. V2 getting its camo, and the Viper Defender getting its base color. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.